Hello, this is Bobby and Kyle from Forsaken Legends, and in this video we want to talk a little bit about why we're doing a pre-launch, why we're trying to raise funds, what it's all about, what the money's going to be spent on, and what you can expect as far as a timeline and things like that. So, in all seriousness, we've been working hard on this for like 6 or 7 months, and we thought a pre-launch would be a really good idea just to raise a bunch of money that we can just take and go on for some vacations to the Caribbean and, go buy some houses, places, and just be able to relax for a couple years, and then we'll get back to actually finishing the game at some point. No, I'm just kidding. In all seriousness, what we actually need the money for is art. Art happens to be very expensive. I mean, who would have thought building thousands of models and armor sets would be expensive? We need environment props. We need to integrate more building materials, more trees. A huge one is monsters. Let me run over. Actually, can you spawn another monster?
Yep.
Hopefully nobody edits the beginning of our video and puts it up online and like, oh my gosh, the Forsaken Legends team's just trying to take our monies.
Yeah.
They said they wanted to go on vacation.
Pretty bad.
Yeah. So no editing of this video, folks. We're totally joking. So you can see this is the type of monster that we're trying to go for as far as quality goes. This is a model off of the Unity Asset Store from an amazing artist, but it's not unique to Forsaken Legends. So we're going to need a lot of monsters, mobs built, NPCs, townspeople, all sorts of stuff. With this level of quality is going to be a tremendous undertaking and tremendous cost. So up to this point, we've been completely self-funded. So, we put a lot of money and time into this game already, and we need the help to kind of get over the hump of getting the content into the systems that we built. So, we definitely didn't want to go to a pre-launch stage until we had something awesome and spectacular to show that totally stood out from other games in our genre, and the genres that, the niches that we're going for. The survival, RPG, action RPG, that sort of a thing. So we tried to get as much done as we possibly could before we reached out to the player base so that, we weren't wasting your time with just hopes and dreams and, pipe dreams of what we wanted to build in our heads and, that sort of a thing. We wanted to show that, we're serious developers who have a great concept for an awesome game here, and we're actually building it before we reach out to the community. So it's now time to where, we've got the systems built, the underlying structures built, but we need the content to fill those structures. And that is what we're trying to raise the funds for. It would also help us so that we don't have to eat ramen noodle every night and, we can pay our bills. So, since we're self-funded, by raising the funds, it just helps us have the security that our bills will be paid. We're not worrying all the time about, running out of funds in 2 weeks, that sort of a thing. And it allows us to build the game the way that it needs to be built, the right way that it needs to be built, and not have to downgrade the quality of the game simply because we don't have the funds to complete it. So the great thing about the fact that we built a lot of the underlying structures before we reached out to the community is we're very close to a playable state for you guys to where you can actually come and run around the world, collect your loot, and build bases and all that sort of stuff. So I'll talk a little bit about the timeline that we're looking at here. So we're looking to complete the early alpha development. This is what we call early alpha, where, there's glaring bugs here and there. The animations aren't exactly smooth. Just the little things here and there that would really hinder you guys from actually enjoying playing the game. And we're looking to have this done, like our schedule is to have this mode done by the end of May. So by the end of May, we would actually allow anyone who's come in on the pre-launch with us to start playing the game with us on large-scale tests. And that's the other huge thing that I forgot in the earlier section about raising funds is we need funds for the large-scale network tests that we're going to be holding with the Spatial OS platform. So we need to be able to pay our server bills when we have thousands, tens of thousands of players connecting to a server, running around together, and that sort of thing to where we can optimize that. So we need funds to support the network development and make sure that we're we're tweaking those areas and making things as efficient as possible. So that's another big one. But with that, by the end of May, then this we call stage 2 will be the alpha playtest, where multiple times a month we will be reaching out to the community through the forums that the pre-launch people get access to special forums sections for the pre-launch members, where you can communicate directly with us, have a closer relationship with the developers, that sort of a thing. So you'll always be up to date with what we're working on. We'll continuously post there with all the changes that we're doing on a daily basis, because we work on this every day. So by the end of May, when we hit stage 2, that's when we'll be reaching out to you guys on the forum saying, hey guys, these 2 days, here's the build that you can download, here's how you connect, and come enjoy it with us. Come check it out, live stream, run around, build as many bases as you can, just go crazy. We'll give you plenty of supplies. And then we need you to come back and report any issues that you see or any suggestions, any feedback. And this stage will go on for a few months. So we want to get all of the major gameplay and balancing worked out to where it's a pretty solid base to go from. Stage 3 after that would be our beta playtest, which will be where we have squashed most of the major gameplay bugs and any major issues. It's more of a stable build. The server and your character won't have to be cleared out as much. And we're not locking us down to a timeline with that. It could be a few months, it could be 6 months, but we want to make sure that we have a really solid game. We're not going to go public with a game with tons of glaring issues that just isn't playable and isn't fun. So we're going to work with you guys, the community, to continue in that beta playtest arena stage until you guys let us know, like, hey, this is really fun, this is a solid build, let's move this to the next stage. So the stage after that would be preparing for the public launch. So in this stage, what we would actually do is clear out all characters, clear out all items, reset the entire world, and we would actually do a mock launch. So we would actually act like you guys are the public launch. The community, the pre-launch community, is the public launch. Everyone has at it, has a full gameplay experience, and it'll allow us to fine-tune any small bugs that we still find or any balancing issues that you guys bring to our attention, to where when we actually do a full public launch, the game is in an awesome state, very balanced, fun playing experience, and all of that. So the next stage is the public launch, and after that is the post-public launch, where we will continue to add content, continue to add instances, PvP modes, that sort of a thing. So one thing I want to make very clear here is that we want feedback from the community. We don't get our feelings hurt easily. So if you find something wrong with the game, or you're just like, hey, this playstyle mechanic just totally doesn't work for me, here's why. Here's a suggestion on a different way that you could do it that might be better. We're totally open to ideas. We're not stuck in our ways and thinking that we know the best way to do every single thing. So if you have an idea that would fit into the gameplay style of the game, feel free to bring it up to us. And that's what the pre-launch forums is for. We're not doing this just to get funding. We're doing this also to build our community of players that can help us shape the future of the game and make this a game that millions of players will want to play and have fun playing. That was a lot of content.
I think you covered it really well, though.
Cool. I can't wait for a condo on Miami Beach.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Sorry, I had to take a drink of water. All right, so yeah, that covers the timeline and why we're trying to raise funds, what the funds will be used for. 90+% will be artwork with all of the monsters and the armor that we need. It's just a massive budget there.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the network tests. So if you guys have any questions or comments about this, any feedback whatsoever, feel free to leave a comment, and we'll be sure to address it. We're not shy. Don't be shy with our questions. Just be blunt. And we will answer it. See if I can catch you off guard. Dead. Alrighty. Anything else you want to show?
No, you covered it really well, I think.
Alright, well, we look forward to having you guys be part of our community. We hope that you take a part of our pre-launch campaign here. We do have a lot of perks and things like that. I'll do another video on those that just talk about some of the stuff that you get access to if you come on board now, and help us get to the next stage in our game, and help us build the Forsaken Legends world so that you guys can have fun running around, running for hours in a direction and finding new stuff every second. Alright, we will see you in another video. See ya.
See you guys.